He didn't recognize the man staring back at him from the mirror. He looked 100 years old, not the 33 he actually was. He was still thin, too thin, even after 7 weeks of Sally Lowell's constant medical attention and good food. He would have been a perfect model for L.S. Lowry. His ribs still showed, his collarbones were stark against his broad shoulders, and the deep, sunken pits that were his eyes were haunted, bleak. His long, dark hair cascading down his back looked sleek, healthy, and somehow incongruous, surrounding a skull-like head. Both Linda and Sally had wanted to cut his hair, but he wouldn't let them. He wasn't sure why. Perhaps in homage to Jules Ribideau. Thinking of Jules brought more pain to his heart. The first time Adam had been attacked by a creep, way back when in Denford Park, it had been Jules who had saved him. Poisoned by the venom in the ape-like creature's saliva, Adam had only been out of it for a few weeks. He paused, thinking of all that had happened since. It seemed so long ago, but it was just 14 months. A different lifetime, and in a different world. Adam's normally short hair had grown out, and he liked it, and had worn it long ever since. For Jules, he thought somberly, a fallen and much-missed friend and mentor. He could still see the old man in his mind's eye, the narrow skull, the salt-and-pepper hair, and the easy smile, accompanied by dark, intelligent eyes. Adam pushed the memory away. He traced the scars that crisscrossed his torso with a finger, stopping at the large one on his right shoulder, the one with the teeth marks. His left hand trembled as his fingers rested against the ruined flesh. The heavy bandage covering his left forearm hid the worst of his injuries. He had never really seen the damage his arm had sustained during his fight with the creep a few brief months ago, just after the family, what the group of survivors called themselves, had reached their new home in Scotland. He knew the damage was extensive. Whenever Sally changed the dressing, Adam looked away, afraid to see, not wanting to know. The monster had followed the family all the way from Dartford in Kent to Scotland, bent on revenge after Adam had severed the creep's right claw during the battle on Queen Elizabeth II Bridge, as they fled the devastation that was London. Adam couldn't believe the creature's tenacity, its determined single-mindedness to hunt him down over 500 miles. In a way, it was frightening. The creeps were scary enough without them developing a sense of purpose, especially being born of malevolence. Sally had done a good job. She had saved his arm, though it was weak, and he had lost some of the feeling in his left hand. Nerve damage. Sally was a wonder. She was the family's resident nurse, midwife, cook, and a bright, smiling red-headed star in their dark firmament, forever cheerful. Adam delighted again and again, wanting to hear the story of how Sally had used a soldering iron to cauterize the terrible damage done to his arm. A soldering iron. Only Sally. Adam smiled, but his smile had a bleakness to it. At least I am alive, he thought. Barely. The world had become a place of nightmare when the black dust fell, bringing with it sentient, venomous vines that grew and overran everything with voracious speed, armed with lethal thorns, exuding a poison that was fatal with a mere touch, choking the land, the villages, and the towns, even some of the bigger cities. London had fallen before anyone knew the real danger. Millions had died all over the country, and many more were still dying. London had been reduced to ash and rubble in a cataclysmic firestorm, destroyed by thermobaric bombs. It hardly put a dent in the invasive spread of the vines that continued to grow, infesting the woodlands and forests, protected by the monstrous creeps, ape-like, silent killers. As far as Adam knew, the creeps were procreating at an alarming rate, keeping pace with the ever-spreading vines. He wondered dully if there would ever be an end to the horror, and sighed heavily. He hoped so. One day at a time.